Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo. What's good with it? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach one. No, each one teach nine. Reporting live from the Dogon. Peace and love. This is an impromptu Mac minute section. Mac minute session. Not really happy right now. For a myriad of reasons, specifically due to the mass shooting that took place in Buffalo, New York. But before I get into that, I want to say R.I.P. Aaron Salter, who was a security guard that actually was armed, and he shot back at the criminal, the white supremacist, the terrorist, Peyton Gurndon. I think his last name was Gurndon. He shot back at the shooter, but the shooter had on military tactical equipment, so the bullets didn't penetrate, from my understanding. R.I.P. to Ruth Whitfield. R.I.P. to Pearlie Young. Man, y'all gotta bear with me. I'm feeling a little emotional because these could have been my. This is my grandmother. This is my mother. Like, R.I.P. Catherine Massey. R.I.P. Deacon Hayward Patterson. R.I.P. Apologize if I mispronounced this the name. Celestine Cheney. R.I.P. Zaire Goodman. Those are the names that they have listed at the victims of the shooting. The names that they have listed right now. R.I.P. to those souls. So yeah, basically by now, this event has been ubiquitous on social media. But interestingly enough, I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it. So basically, Peyton Gurndon, 18-year-old, drove 3 hours from a town near the Pennsylvania-New York state line. Drove 3 hours to Buffalo, went to Tops Friendly Supermarket. Buffalo is a heavily populated city, heavily populated black city. I have family in Buffalo. Shout out to Buffalo. I hate to mention Buffalo under this context. But he drove 3 hours north to Buffalo, went to Tops Friendly Supermarket, live streamed this on Twitch, had a camera on his helmet. Everything was put on display to be seen, to be streamed live. He was armed with an automatic assault rifle. On the rifle, it said "nigger." The number 14 was on it. 88 was on it. 88. I think if you spell out Adolf Hitler's name, it's some type of homage that's being paid to Hitler. The number 88. 14. Let me pull up 14 because this was on the rifle. The number 14. Give me 1 second. The number 14 is representative of 14 words. 14 words is a reference to the popular white supremacist slogan, "We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children." That says it all, folks. After the incident, as he was shooting, he killed 10, shot 13 people, killed 10. He actually, in the act of him shooting, he accidentally shot at a white man, and he apologized. I'm sorry. Very apologetic, very repentant in that moment. So it's crazy to go from that to apologizing for shooting at somebody, and then going on to shoot and murder other people. I want to entitle this Mac Minute session, "Stop Inviting White People to the Cookout." In the words of Elijah Muhammad, white people historically have been disagreeable. White people have done many things politically, economically, socially, using violence as a means to subjugate all non-whites, specifically blacks. I can't be peaceful with somebody who does not desire to live peacefully with me. Um, I've said this. I've done what a lot of episodes about white supremacists, and how deeply pernicious they are. And I spoke to Dr. Frances Cress Welsing's, her theory, which is the impetus behind white supremacy, the why it is so prevalent, is because white people fear genetic annihilation. White people can literally be genetically wiped off this planet. That's why there's so many white people that were always against what they call it, miscegenation or just interracial relations, because they know that can wipe them out. There's no nice way to say it. If you think I'm being rude, me saying that is nothing in comparison, or nothing that is tantamount to what these white supremacists have done. What I'm saying are just these are words, but these people have taken lives. One of my favorite books, The Iceman Inheritance, by a white man, Michael Bradley, speaks to this. Speaks to the fact that European aggression oftentimes is rooted in fear. Fear of being wiped out. I think it was Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop. He had a theory. I think it was called the Out of Africa theory. Well, no, not the Out of Africa theory, but his theory essentially was, indigenous people, they lived in a place where there was agriculture, there was abundance. Europeans, nature was not as kind to them. The terrain was not very fertile. It was cold. They were in perpetual competition for resources. So epigenetically, survival goes through their whole bloodline. Survive, survive, survive. So if you have somebody that's thinking survival, and then you're dealing with, they interact or interface with people, indigenous people who are thinking communally minded, communal centered. There's we don't stock up on resources. Everybody eats. Everybody can thrive. You take that mentality with somebody that has a survivalist mentality. The people who have the survivalist mentality are going to dominate.
Welcome back. We're continuing to follow breaking
news. This has always been true throughout history. I mean, look what happened to the Pilgrims. Different indigenous people throughout the globe over. It's. I think the thing that pisses me off is just, it's like, specifically black people, we will try to get along with everybody still. We admire other people's culture, specifically white culture. A lot of us low key want to be white. A lot of us have white leanings. A lot of us are very empathetic and sympathetic to white culture, but we don't necessarily extend that same grace and courtesy to one another. Again, this is not just black people. This is indigenous people the world over. But I'm specifically speaking in context of black people, specifically ADOS on U.S. soil. That's the narrative that I'm specifically speaking of. Again, on the gun, his gun actually said, here are your reparations. And my thing is, I hope they don't try to push this narrative of him being a lone wolf. No. White supremacy is a public health issue. This is not just domestic terrorism. This is, white supremacists gone wild. White supremacy on 10. There's levels of white supremacy, and this is physical violence is the highest level. There's no negating that. You can't sweep this under the rug or make it okay. There are people that have this white supremacist paradigm. They have their communities. They have their schools of thought. This isn't just an isolated incident. You know what I'm saying? He's not a lone wolf. Who taught him this? What was his community? What were the narratives pushed? What, he wrote a manifesto. I think they said it was like 180 pages, and it's interesting. When I spoke of the role, I had got into a conversation with a feminist, and she said that I was tripping. I make everything about race, but I specifically told her these new abortion laws are really due to the fact that white people's death rate and birth rate are like neck and neck. White people want their numbers to sustain their race. That's why they're trying to make it even more difficult to get an abortion. I heard some states are actually trying to ban Plan Bs or have banned Plan Bs pills. I guess if a white man says it has more merit. Shout out to Tristan Snell. He said this is from Twitter. Tristan Snell, the Buffalo Shooters Manifesto focuses on white birth rates. The Supreme Court's opinion overturning Roe cites the domestic supply. No, the Supreme Court's opinion overturning Roe cites the domestic supply of infants. This is not a coincidence. Glad, salute to you, Mr. Snell. I've been pointing that out. This is a numbers game. They are in fear. They being white people, they're afraid of this becoming a black country and a brown country. A non-white country, essentially. And I wish people would be honest about this. Let's just be honest with the fact that white supremacy is a public health issue. 10 people are dead. What makes an 18-year-old boy? When I was 18, I'm not thinking about nothing like that. I'm gonna drive 3 hours north of where I am to kill some people. And the thing is, they want to codify their racism as patriotism. I'm going to put some links to some other videos that I've made about this subject, as far as the abortion and as far as the repeal of Roe versus Wade, and videos I've made about just white supremacist ideology in general. I'm going to put them in the comment section. I'm going to pin it in the comment section. Because sometimes I feel like a broken record. Like, this shit is not new. And I'm of the mind of Booker T. Washington when it comes to race relations. We can be as separate as 5 fingers on the fist, 5 fingers on the hand, on all things social, but united as a fist on all things that affect our all human forward progress. We ain't gotta like each other and love each other. I get it, but if you're willing to sink the boat to the benefit of your people, you're a threat to me. Metaphorically speaking, sink the boat. Don't invite white people to the picnic. And anyone who doesn't understand that reference, black people are always quick to say, "Oh, that's a cool white person. That's a down-ass white person." They're invited to the cookout. Don't invite them to the cookout. I said picnic. Don't invite them to the cookout. Do not. The name of this episode is "Don't invite white people to the cookout." And again, the nomenclature, the gist behind the cookout is, cookouts are where black people convene. It ain't just us, but it's not just unique to us. But we like to cook out, hang out, and it's almost been like an extension of racial solidarity. You're a cool white person. You're invited to the cookout. Fuck that. And I'm not making an indictment on all white people, but I specifically just want to say, black people, we need to heal amongst each other. The grace that we extend to all these other races, specifically white people, trying to understand them, and no, we need to give that same grace and compassion amongst each other, because there's so much ass backwardsness that we have been taught that we're still trying to unlearn and process and overcome. So yeah, this is just, how many more times does this need to happen? Joe Biden, you said we're not black if we didn't vote for you. Well, show us you black. Do something. Make a policy specifically to the benefit of black people when it comes to race crimes. You did it for Asian people, and you gave them some money. But like, share, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, give me the likes, thumbs up, give me the likes. Let me know what you think. Get at 82 Kings, GETAT at at symbol. No, not at symbol. GETAT Kings 82 at gmail.com. It's the homie Mac, man. Signing off from the Dogon. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thumbs up. Give me the likes. Thumbs up. Give me the likes.